Well, here's another scene. Cradle Hollow. What's this? Ouch. Oh, okay, he got stabbed. There's a hole in my chest. Something warm is spilling out of the wound, and something cold invades me in its place. A dreadful yet calming feeling. This is death. I feel a little pain, and a little comfort in this peaceful darkness. It was 8 days before the beginning of the 5th Holy Grail War. I arrived in the city of Fuyuki and began preparing for the battle. After learning the topography of the location, I decided on the hiding place that would become my base. With everything perfectly prepared, I summoned a servant. Unlike all the work I have done until now, this process made my heart swing. It was not the joy and anticipation of fighting. Two things happened that made me happy for the first time about my duties. Yorokobe? Oh. You told me to cross the ocean. You said to travel around the wide world. Yeah, to expand your experience, right? That's the advice he gave to Bazett a long time ago, I guess. Uncertain of myself, I asked in trepidation if he was in any way dissatisfied with having to form a contract with me. To which the servant I summoned replied,
昔一度だけ女戦士と肩を並べて戦ったことがあってな。あんたにはあの女の面影がある。
I see, it was Bazett originally summoned Lancer, is what happened. His laughter felt so good it made my unease feel ridiculous. It's not that I was betrayed, it's just that they had unshakable hearts from the very beginning. I was all show and never decide on the self that every person must have by the time they reach adulthood. I never had any confidence. Focusing entirely on forging the armor of my autonomous self, I was never able to forge my living self. My inner self, weak and cowardly, I've been disappointed by the world ever since the moment I was born. You go through each day as if it was work, my father used to say. That's because I had given up. I was unable to hope, and by having no hope, I let every day pass me by. But that's because I was scared of everything. In truth, I wanted to be rewarded more than anyone else, and yet I continued deceiving myself, pretending to be wise. In truth, I could have enjoyed those days like an ordinary person would, and yet I continued averting my eyes because I would lose it all one day. In truth, being like this is so easy. I want to overcome this weakness so much that I've accepted that I can't bear. I'll live up my life to live my life. Feeling this so miserable. Okay. It's like two sentences at once, I guess. So being like this is so easy that I've accepted that I'll live out my life feeling this miserable. I want to overcome this weakness so much that I can't bear my life to live, that I can't bear to live my life feeling so miserable. Okay? Two sides of her, two desires within herself, wanting to do opposite things, I guess, is the idea. To be honest, I didn't want to die. Yep. Resurrection. And then I fall down to this place. The hell I kept on tasting with every repetition. The bottom of the pot, made solely for the resentment and hatred of the dead for all living beings. Die, upside down. Being here is painful. It cannot possibly compare with the previous sense of peace. Having suffered through death already, I feel like I'll lose my mind having to suffer here afterwards. It lasts for but a few minutes before revival, yet this feeling still makes me nauseous every time. The first time I experienced it, I called it hell. But that's not right. This is not hell. This is not the place that the dead fall down to. My hell and my rebirth was the peace I felt a while ago. That's why this is... I realized it long ago, is...
気がついたらここにいるって感じで。
This is where he came from. The way the thing called Angermayu was before putting on its disguise. It is the place where he remained before forming a contract with me. And this is where he will return once our contract ends, this false world. Where he belongs, I guess. Yet there is no pain in it for him. A place that's nothing but suffering to a human like me does not bother him in the slightest. His memories, his everyday life. Prison, plunder, abuse, contempt, an eternal void. At the end of the suffering, having affirmed the ugly side of humanity, a selfless trance. No happiness, no sadness, not to mention suffering, nothing exists there. It is the pure land. This was the life of a certain youth said to be the epitome of all the evil in the world. Yeah, that's his, like, I guess his past is like the sacrifice from that village. You know, and beyond that as well, I guess. You know, I was thinking, like, wouldn't he, like, starve and die eventually? But I guess it's like, you know, because it's like magic and everything, his, like, soul, you know, survived long after his body was wasted away, and he was stuck on that, I guess, that, you know, that cliff maybe. I don't know what, I can't remember what the location was necessarily, but like some sort of like mountain or cliff or whatever it was. He was just stuck there for a very, very long time, I guess, you know. But all that blank space has already started to get filled. Once the picture is finished, he will simply return to that place. No matter how artificial it may be, this Holy Grail war is his ideal world. I don't trust the likes of him anymore. But I wonder why he's trying to make this wish end. Yeah, he made that contract with Bazett in the first place, in the very beginning, because she wanted to live and everything, and that's what caused this weird, like, loop world, I'd imagine. But now he wants it to end, and why is that? I don't know. He mentioned a time limit of some sort, so maybe this world will eventually come, you know, crashing down, and that will cause an even greater mess than before, you know, maybe, if it doesn't end soon or something. Well, I wake up from my slumber. It was the most vivid death I had until now, yet I also feel calmer than ever before. No, maybe they're just frozen solid. Both my reason and emotion, the way I am now, I can do anything, no doubt.
Yo, 起きたか、マスター。落ち着いているようで何よりだ。
Same as always, I can see Avenger's figure in the corner of the room, occupied with a puzzle. It's getting on my nerves. He's supposed to be my familiar, yet he does nothing the way I want him to. If you're originally a formless shadow, how about I lock you up in an insect cage? Okay.
お、まだやる気満々みたいだな。打たれ強いね、実際。元サーバントに殺されたっていうのに、全然答えてないみたいだ。
Wicked laughter. A flame lights up again in my chilled mind. What I can't let slide isn't his loose manners, it's this air of a villain that he assumes.
なぜですか、ハンリー・マユ。この聖杯戦争は私だけの望みではない。いえ、今では私以上に望む者がいるはずだ。私にはわからない。私たちの望みは同じなのに、どうして終わらせようとするのです。
I shout with clenched fists. More than why I have been betrayed, I want to know how he feels. And yet...
飽きた。つまんねえ。
I'm bored. Okay, that's his reason. He utters right away. Up until now, I have done nothing short of a stellar job of hiding my own emotions.
アベンジャー。
そう睨むなよ。ほら、あんたもいい加減満足しただろ。念願の聖杯戦争を楽しんで、大抵の顛末を味わった。けどさ、ここにはあんたに必要だったものは何一つなかった。まあ、なんだ。俺から切り出すのは使い魔としてルール違反なんだが、そろそろいいだろう。契約を破棄しようぜ、マスター。それで、この話はおしまいだ。
And the game will end as well, I guess. In a meta way. Knowing full well what it means, Avenger holds out his hand. I cannot do this. I've crossed paths with many up until this point, but once I've taken another's hand, I can never let go.
アベンジャー、あなた、まだ私が見えている？
Avenger's body wavers ever so slightly. As I thought, is Abba returned to the void already?
言っておきますが、私はこの聖杯戦争を止めるつもりはありません。元の死体に戻るなど真っ平だ。
そうか。マスターがそう言うなら契約は続けるしかない。しかし、こうなると聖杯戦争の本当の勝者に、また聖杯を壊してもらうしかないか。
Which I guess would be Shirou, maybe?
そんなことできるわけが。
I mean, there were two ways, you know, defeat the... I think we were told... I can't remember who told us this, but we were told that, you know, either we defeat the master or convince her, like, you know, Bazett basically, to stop this whole, like, time loop thing, or we destroy the Grail again. So, that's an option.
できるよ。あいつは一度やってるからな。言っただろう。これは第5回目の再現なんだって。聖杯を壊した奴が聖杯までたどり着いたら、そりゃ壊れても不思議はないさ。
そう。それが。
Avenger's last trump card. No, it's the final act before the curtains fall, planned from the very beginning.
アベンジャー。
ん？
I pinned the black shadow to the wall. What's going on?
早くからこうすればよかった。あなたは私のサーバントなのに言うことを聞かなすぎた。
I leave no room for a counterattack. I'll use a command spell right now, and there's no cage around to confine him in, and in that case...
お前なんて私の左腕にでもなってしまえ。
Okay, I mean, that's a weird thing to do, but alright. Okay, now he's her left arm. Alright. With this, he can no longer go out and meet the winner of the Holy Grail War on his own. I don't want to die. I don't want to kill him either. Therefore, from here on, I will protect the Holy Grail. It's such a weird thing though. Now, like, he's her arm. Is he still sentient though? It'd be funny if he's like a talking arm now. But maybe not, I don't know.
アンリ、この世界を止めるというなら、あなたであろうと、私の敵だ。
Come, let us continue the Holy Grail War. The Holy Grail is mine. This wish is mine. I won't let anyone destroy them. What was this, like, image? It's really bright. I can't tell what it is. I don't know. Oh, next. Hollow Ataraxia. Well, that's the name of the game, right there. Title drop. First day! Whee! Back to, like, slice of life music. Whee! Okay, well, there's nothing to do. I mean, going to Karen, there's no new scenes for her, I guess, so... Well, let's find, like, one more, like, I don't know, normal scene, you know, before we actually, like, go down and learn the truth. Because probably everything will come spiraling down after we do that. I'm thinking of just going for one more thing. Unless, well... Go for a walk. It says new. What does that mean? Oh, with Saber or with ourselves? Interesting. We can go to the church again by ourselves, which is weird. I wonder why we would do that. Sure. No matter how often I come here, the church is always the same. There's nothing here. Let's go elsewhere. Hopefully I'll find a definite objective next time I'm here. Okay, that was just nothing, alright. That was simply nothing, I guess? That was simply nothing. Again, the entry hall is for, like, the extra scenes, we'll see that later. Nothing here. Alright. I guess we can go Saber as well to the church for some reason? I don't know. That was nighttime again. Saber. Oh. I don't know why I glitched there. Can you get that? Okay. Again, we can go to the church with Saber again? Probably nothing again. No matter how often I come, it's always the same. Saber hasn't noticed anything either. There's nothing here. Let's go elsewhere. Huh. Weird. It's just like extra, like, maybe those scenes we would have gotten if we didn't, you know, activate the flags, you know, from before. So if we went there before, then nothing would happen, basically. Like that. Well, there's this thing. Well. I said to find the truth, we need to go talk to Emiya, basically, but there's no option for that yet. I wonder what this is, actually. Going back to the bridge, what does that do? In the middle of the bridge, something strange catches my eye. I stop and stare, but can't possibly understand what their intention is. Is it Archer again? I leave it alone, I'll come to, back to bite me later. As a friend, I should at least give a word of caution. A friend? Well, it's not Archer then, in that case. It's somebody else? What's Rin?
見るからに不審なのが雲みたいによじ登ってくるかと思えばエミヤさんちのシロ君じゃない。どうしたの？こんなところにやってきて。ここ車道だから危ないわよ。あ、それともダイブ？
Plan to jump off. Dive? Suddenly I feel drained. For her to seriously worry I'm gonna jump off, I just don't get her thought process.
な、Tohsaka。友人の身を案じてやってきた人間にその反応はないんじゃないのか？あと、危ないのはそっちの方だ。
え？嘘？さっきの見てたの？エミヤ君。じゃあ見えちゃった？ずっと見てた？バッチリ見てたのね。こっちくしゃー。は
？0.2 seconds after I tilted my head in confusion at Tohsaka's eccentric behavior, a single punch as if to counterattack made explosive contact with the side of my head, and then I died.
すみません、誤解でした。
Sorry, she lowers her arms to their sides with a slight bow. In addition to her study of Chinese martial arts, it seems like Tohsaka has taken up karate too.
いや、すごいぞ、Tohsaka。全身を使い切った理想的な右フックだった。頬骨にひび入ってるかもしんない。
Hehehe. I don't say it, but I tell her through the look in my eyes that her feelings alone aren't enough to earn my forgiveness.
だからごめんってば。今のは全面的に私が悪かったです。東西南北、上から下まで不注意でした。
It's unusual to hear such an earnest apology from Tohsaka. Troubling people is like a hobby for this red devil, but the moment when one of her careless mistakes ends up making trouble for someone, she becomes unexpectedly meek. At times like these, Tohsaka tends to do whatever she pleases, but unfortunately the place she chose is a 2-lane roadway with a 60km/h speed limit, or even the slightest negligence can get you run over.
まあ、今後はもうちょい行動を収めるように。考え即殴るでは、あなたの今後が心配です。
Not so much for her future as those of the innocent people in her near vicinity.
失礼ね。普段はもっと冷静よ。今のだって見てたのがシローじゃなかったらストップかかったわ。
何？Tohsakaの中じゃ俺は無条件で有罪扱いなのか？
Of course, you're the, again, the harem main protagonist, so.
え？ああ、そうじゃなくて、他の人だったら慌てなかったというか、そんなに恥ずかしくなかったというか、ああ、いや、誰であろうと有罪なのは確かなんだけど、
いまいち要領を得ないな。つまり、さっきの誤解においては、俺だけ罪が重いと。
そうよ。そう。だってシロ、目いいじゃない。
I mean... So that's it. I mean, that's kind of true, considering he grows out to be Archer and everything. And also, I mean, yeah, we've seen him before activate magic with his, like, with his eyes, you know, to, like, see far off distances. Which is, again, very, very, I guess it's very basic magic. I guess everyone could do that. But it's very useful, you know? You just have, like, binoculars out of nowhere. Anyway. So that's it. At this point, even I can understand what's going on. After eating that devastating punch, I explained that I had just gotten here and she entered self-loathing mode. After that, she refused to say anything but don't ask me why, but...
わからんな。なんで鉄骨の上になんて登ってたんだ？そんなに普通の車道は退屈か？
I guess she was like, you know, at the very top maybe? Bullseye, huh? Yeah, you're right there. Apparently before I arrived, Tohsaka had been elegantly observing the city below from on top of that steel arch. That's where it was.
いつになく鋭いじゃない、エミヤ君。やっぱり初めから見てた？
初めから見てたならすぐに止めてる。いくら遠坂でもあそこを登っていくのは無茶だ。サーカスじゃあるまいし、落ちたらシャレじゃ済まないぞ。まったく、あんまり心配させないでくれ。
Baka, I hit her head with a light chop. Tohsaka took my chop without complaint. Well, what can I say? It's impolite to say this, but a meek Tohsaka isn't bad either.
何のつもりかは知らないけど、次は普通に歩いてくれ。それで、さっきの右フックは帳消しにしよう。
そうね。約束はできないけど、ここぞという時以外は控えとく。ま、下調べはもう十分だしね。
Saying I can't make any promises is just like her. At the very least, it means there's a possibility of her climbing that arch once more.
なあ、もしかして遠坂、俺が話した怪物たちを調べてるのか？
ちょっと、どうしたのよ一体。今日に限ってえらく勘がいいじゃない。鉄骨の上にいたのはともかく、なんでそれが使い魔たちとつながるのよ。
いや、なんていうか、それは。
Damn. I met someone here before doing exactly the same thing as Tohsaka, but I'm not sure if I should tell her that. I mean, it was Archer, right? But, well, I was thinking, like, yeah, they were having their conversation, like, in the middle of the road, but, like, I'd imagine they're having the conversation, like, on the side right now, but I guess Archer was also at that steel arch, maybe, at one point?
それは？
それは、アーチャーのやつが似たようなことをやってたから。
I knew she'd react like this. The relationship between Tohsaka and Archer isn't really something you can easily explain. Even though their contract's been called off, there's no sign that either of them has cancelled it. So like now, they show interest in the same things while pretending not to notice each other, insisting it's a relationship of give and take.
挨拶にすら来ないと思ったら、またつまらないおせっかいを焼いてるわけね。それで、あいつはなんて言ってたの？エミヤ君。
何って、そうだな。具体的には何も。あの怪物たちを敵視しているくせに、あれは倒してもキリがないとか、無害だから放っておけとか。
Yeah, it's been a while, so I don't really remember what he said exactly, but I guess that's what he said. Like basically, I can't do much about it.
他にはエミヤ君の言う怪物たちの大元が何であるか知ってる素振りだった？
それはないと思う。怪物たちの目的が何であるか知りたいとか、そんな段階だった。
は？ここを下調べしてるのにまだそんなことに気づいてないの？そいつらの目的なんて一つだけじゃない。
待った、驚くのはこっちの方だ。遠坂はあの怪物たちの目的がわかるのか？
She already knows?
ええ、理由はわからないけど目的なら明白じゃない。エミヤ君、あなたから聞いた話じゃその怪物たちはあなたしか殺していないんでしょ？
ああ、まあそれはそうだけど。
なら話は簡単よ。4日目の夜にだけ現れて4日間の異常を感じ取ってるエミヤ君だけを狙う怪物。 そいつらはね、あなたにクリアさせないために集まってきてるのよ。
Clearing it, I guess like a game or something. For some reason, I felt a chill go down my spine. Just as she says, those monsters have only been killing me. This shouldn't be surprising at all. Funny how they casually just say that. But to stop you from clearing it, something about that phrasing was nauseatingly repulsive.
もっともだから何って感じだけど、その怪物を見たいんだけど、いくら探しても見つからないし。あーちゃんのやつ、どうやって見つけたのかしらね。
Archer had taken up position on the roof of the Shinto Center building and sniped at the monsters trying to invade. Without the great field of vision from that building's roof and Archer's hawk eyes, the discovery would have been difficult.
それで他には何か言ってた？一人じゃもう無理とか、そろそろ誰かの手を借りに行くとか、そういうの。
そういうのはなかったな。
He would never admit that.
あ、口にはしないけど、竜道寺を睨んでたっけ？
竜道寺？そっか。使い魔たちが溢れ出るのはそっちの方角なわけね。
And that's where the Holy Grail was, right? At least the one time we visited there one time. That one time it was kind of like a joke scene technically. But Gilgamesh, he gave us like a, Hanafuda card, but it was like the site of the destroyed Holy Grail, wasn't it? So I wonder if there is. Well, it's like, is it like a new Holy Grail? I went there once, there was nothing there, but I don't know. I remembered Issei's ghost story. The Kagayama Entrail Gara graveyard, the mountain used to abandon old women to die where not even the dead are buried. What is left is a mountain of discarded meat. Truly, it is a suitable graveyard for these creatures.
OK。大体の状況は飲み込めたわ。怪物が見つけられないのは痛いけど、ま、最後の最後には目の当たりにするだろうし。
Tohsaka stretches lazily as if to say there's no point in investigating here anymore.
私は帰るけど、エミヤ君はどうするの？一緒に帰る？
いや、まだ町に用事がある。ここで別れよう。
さ、じゃあまた後で。あんまり寄り道しないで帰ってくるのよ。
Tohsaka heads to the footbridge. Jumping over there is no problem for her athletic prowess, but she really should pick clothes better suited for these kinds of stunts. I assume, the misunderstanding is the fact that Shirou saw her panties. Typical anime trope. Well, he would have seen her panties. It would be obvious. He would have like a nosebleed. You should have checked for that. No, anyway. Well, leaving that aside.
おい、あーちゃんのことはいいのか？
別にいいわよ。あいつが何していようと私には関係ないし。エミヤ君もあいつに期待なんかしちゃダメよ。思わせぶりな行動ばっかりで、いざって時は何もしないやつなんだから。
じゃあ遠坂には期待していいのか？
もちろん。乗りかかった船だもの。あなたが最後までたどり着くのなら、その時はできる限り力を貸すわ。右フックのお返しにね。
Without hesitation, Tohsaka jumps over to the footbridge and lands with a soft thump. This is different than the time with Archer. Leaving behind a feeling of refreshment, the red magus gracefully exits the stage. Obviously, because you like Rin more than you like yourself, I guess, technically. Any other scenes? Let's see. Nothing here. Anything in nighttime? Anything new? No. Yeah. It's next morning, and the scene of Saber. We can go to the Ilias Castle again. We can learn the truth. But again, I don't want to go there too soon. Well, yeah, let's talk to Saber. A few more like normal scenes. Slice of life scenes and everything. I want to see them before the end, We just finished our lunch. As I relax with a cup of tea.
ところで、私が留守にしている間、何か面白いことなかった？
All of a sudden, a question comes up.
特には、って さくらの手紙に書いてなかったか？
すごく長いエミヤくんの口述筆記があっただけよ。あの子はみんな元気ですって書いてたけど、そういうのは社交辞令じゃないの。
I see. Whatever actually happened, Sokka wouldn't want Tohsaka to worry, and that consideration went into her letter. Looks like Tohsaka knows that too.
さくらが体調を崩したことがあったみたいだけど、手紙には書いてなかったからね。それで気になったのよ。
ああ、そっか。さくらはちょっと風邪ひいたけど、後の面々は無病息災。
A slight cold, huh? That's... I remember Sakura having colds in, the last game. It's not a good sign.
寄りついたのを見たことはないし。
That brings to mind the adage about how idiots don't catch colds, but rather than that, it's more like the discipline she subjects herself to every day is on an entirely different level.
セイバーとライダーは調子崩すということがあるのかどうかって感じだな。特にセイバーは元気だぞ。天高く馬こゆる秋ってことで。
Hale and hearty as a horse in clover. Is that... I've never seen that sentence in my life. I don't know what that even means. Hearty as a horse in clover.
さくらと一緒に食欲の秋？
秋口に食いだめして冬場に冬眠するんじゃないのかと思うほどよく食べる。
As the one who has to prepare the food for them, it's quite troubling. Well, even I'm bound to have times when I worry about how much rice I have to cook.
いくらセイバーの因子に粒子があると言っても、冬場にねぐらで冬眠はしないわよ。
粒子？
She used a term I've never heard before, and it brings a puzzled frown to my face. Don't you remember, that time in the ruins? You went to her, inside her magic circuits in a weird dream thing, and there's a dragon core reactor. Remember that?
エミヤくん知らなかったの？セイバーを構成する因子の一つは幻想種の頂上、粒子よ。
いや、それは知ってる。セイバーと竜は同じようなものだってことだろ？
But can she breathe fire? Actually, you could say that's the only thing I know.
エミヤくんは竜というと何を想像する？
It reminds me of an anime, the one that goes choo choo yeah. Out of all the creatures in fantasy, the dragon is undoubtedly the one at the top, or so I've heard.
とにかく人間じゃ太刀打ちできない動物の王様かな。火を吹く、トカゲっぽい目をしてる、ヒゲや牙が生えてる、空を飛ぶ、乙女の生贄を所望するとか。
全部セイバーに当てはまったら面白そうね。
否定できないな。藤姉がおやつを横取りなんかしたら怒って火を吹きかねん。
相変わらずそういうことやってるのね。藤村先生の方も一回因子分析した方がいいのかも。妖精でも出てくるかしらね。
Part fairy. Maybe Fujimura is actually, a magical being. Wouldn't that be something? Were she actually to do that, I don't think I'd be brave enough to look at the results. Back to the main topic.
あと、光り物や金貨を溜め込む。
竜の巣穴の財宝炭。それがあるからこそ、竜は幻想種足り得るんだけど、セイバーって貯金が趣味？
どうかな。節制とか節約とか好きそうだから、当たらずとも遠からずって感じだけど。
But even if she has that in her disposition, I doubt she'd bother to actually start saving. Yeah, that's more like Rin. Rin would do that. Hoard gold.
海に1000年、山に1000年住んでいる。長江を遡って登竜門に上がる。
雲上竜変？今度は東洋の竜？
Yeah, that's a different type of dragon. They were talking about Western fantasy dragons, and this is Eastern fantasy dragons, which is interesting because, dragons in Eastern mythology is quite different. They're more like snakes, or like flying snakes.
獣の王様と獣の神様じゃ微妙に違うけどな。竜で他の言い伝えはと。
ちゃんとセイバーは爪が5本あるわよ、王様だから。
I was about to say that. 5 dragon claws were the symbol of the emperor in many Chinese dynasties, after all. What else? Oh yeah.
これも東洋の竜の話だけど、曰く竜には逆鱗がある。
There's always a single scale growing backwards on the dragon's body. Legends say that if you happen to touch it, no matter how gentle the dragon may be, he will lose himself in rage. I wonder if that's referring to... Well, we'll see. I wonder if that's a thing, actually. Like, a scale, quote-unquote. I'm let down by her all too quick reply. Holding the teacup in my hands, I keep staring at Tohsaka.
セイバーはあれほどいいとこ取りなんだから、激鱗ぐらいは受け継いでもらわないと。
Gekirin. I think she has a Gekirin. But it's not a scale necessarily, but...
それぐらいないとバランス悪いでしょ。
アキレスのかかとは弱点だろ？激鱗はどっちかっていうと欠点というか短所というか。
欠点も短所も弱点も同じよ。私が言ってるバランスはセイバー本人のバランスじゃなくて自然界全体のバランスのこと。永遠に衰えない完全無欠な存在がいたら循環が滞るでしょ。みんなより強いものにはどこかにみんなより足りない部分が存在するのよ。
Is that how it works? For balance reasons, you know? Reminds you of like balancing like a competitive game or something.
なるほど。例えばそれは
Someone who can master just about everything, but will stumble upon the very last hurdle, making a big mess. Well, that's the person right in front of us. That's her like well, I was gonna say personality, not necessarily, but it's kind of like, you know, her thing, basically.
ちょっと、何よいきなり黙り込んで。何か言いたいことでもあるの？
いや別に。遠坂はよくわかってるなと思って。にしても激鱗か。
Does Saber really have one? If she does, and I just happen to brush against it in public. Oop. Oh. Nani? That's like a chainsaw sound, but she's like riding a line like car thing. I don't know. Is that what would happen? Yes. It would run you over. Uh-oh. Somehow it looks kind of fun.
どうしたの、エミヤくん？遠くを眺めて。何か面白いことでも思いついた？
いや別にそんなことは。
I covered it up by drinking some tea. This is bad, real bad. I've been corrupted by Tohsaka's malice, finding ways to tease and make fun of Saber. What was I thinking?
首の後ろが怪しいと思うわ。
何の話をしてんだお前は。
別に今のは個人的な意見だから、エミヤくんはこれっぽっちも気にしないでいいわよ。あと裏枠として背中を押さえておくわ。
だから何の話だそれは。
Beats me. Tohsaka feigns ignorance as she stands up.
じゃあ私はこれで。全然関係ないけど心中察するわ、エミヤくん。マスターたるもの、サーバントの管理はしっかりしておかないといけないものね。それが危険を招くようならどんなに嫌なことでも調べないといけないんだから。
See ya. じゃあね。Tohsaka disappears into the hallway with a spring to her steps. Master's duty, is it? I was only a bit curious about this Gekirin business, but she's right. Perhaps I should investigate it a little further. Okay.
部屋に戻るのですか？
You must find her Gekirin. Saber, take off your clothes. No. Well, great timing. Speak of the devil, Saber, I guess. I don't know. How's it? I don't know. Again, there's sometimes these like words that are like on top of the like a smaller word on top of the bigger word. In Japanese, it would be hiragana. I guess it shows you how you pronounce it, or maybe it just shows like another meaning, to the kanji or whatever. Like I wonder what the translation was. I don't know. Maybe like Saber and Devil was like the same somehow? Not sure. Like speak of the Saber. Anyway. A single scale growing backwards. Gekirin. I mean, I have a guess. It's like it's right in front of us. I see it. But I wonder if I'm right. I don't want to say it if it spoils it. I don't know. It's not really a spoiler, but... So somewhere around her, there's a spot which will land me to hot soup if I touch it.
どうしたのですか？顔色がよろしくない。
悪い、ちょっと考え事をしてた。
I can't. It's gone to my head. It's no use putting the brakes on it now. Does Saber have a Gekirin? And what is it really? I can't let it go until I find out.
なんだ。ちょっといいか、セイバー。
Can I borrow you? I was gonna say that was a weird sentence, but actually not. People say that actually normally. Because I was gonna say, can I borrow your body? You know, I thought that's what Shirou meant.
シャツの襟歪んでる。
I reach for Saber's neck. My fingers gently touch her silky white skin.
シロ。
Okay.
動かないでくれ。変な風になってるんだ。
Now Shirou's like being a weird pervert now. Trying to just touch Saber in many ways. Saying that, I caress Saber's neck. I can't feel anything out of place with my fingers. They say that the Gekirin grows on the underside of a dragon's chin, but I guess it's not there.
首の後ろが怪しいと思うわ。
Today, do-de-day. I refrain from any further remarks.
シロ。襟は。
もう少し。リボンも少し歪んでるような。
And time to move on to the chest. Just touch there a little bit. Yep, no. Using strengthening her already straight ribbon as an excuse. Oh, okay, that's okay. I touch her nape. Now that sentence was weird to me for some reason. I gently brush the loosely hanging hair behind her neck, and my heartbeat rises for no apparent reason. It feels like you're like trying to like kiss her or something. I am just looking for Saber's Gekirin, so I don't have to feel guilty, do I? Sorry, teacher, there's no Gekirin in sight, and my sanity won't hold much longer either. Ho ho ho.
では背中を狙うがよい。水攻めが効かぬのなら火攻めでありましょう。
Wow, she anticipated this way ahead of time. My eternal gratitude to you, old Grandmaster Zugrin.
シロ。いけません。このようなところでそれは。
I get closer and graze her standing hair on my face. This thing is in my way. To touch her back, I calmly brush it aside. Nani? The whole scene was just Shirou just, you know, harassing her. For some reason, I'm lying on my back, facing upwards.
しまった。大丈夫ですか、シロ。
I silently assess the damage. Having landed the right way, there are no injuries.
申し訳ありません。反射的に。
セイバーが投げたのか。
はい。シロの腕を取って、こうランサー張りに力任せにぶん投げてしまいました。
Is that how you did? I was thinking she was doing some sort of like judo, but no, she just like tossed him. I see it now. It was a 6-meter mega glide from the veranda to down here.
先にこのことを伝えておくべきでした。不注意で癖が出てしまい、シロに怪我を。
怪我はないけど、
Being touched by man, she became embarrassed and flung me away. No, that's not it. The moment I brushed that one strand of hair aside, I was instantly hurled away, as if activating a conditioned reflex.
立てますか？手を。
それくらいは大丈夫。伝えておくことって、何？
この、癖毛のことなのです。
Yep, right here.
それに触られたくない？
It's this thing right here. What do you call it? Hoge, right? It's a hoge. I've taken a fancy. Saber nods deeply. I've taken a fancy to that strand since a long time ago, but it looks like it's important to her as well.
長い話になるのですが。
わかった。 縁側に戻ろう。やっぱり地面への受け身は答えるな。
あれはまだ私が王国を統一する前のことでした。
Okay, is this gonna be a long story?
私の即位に反対する諸侯との戦いを繰り広げていた頃です。死である老人の助言や湖の婦人の加護、それに勇猛にして忠誠なる騎士たちを従えて王国と民のために戦場を往来しました。
I don't know how this relates to your strand of hair, but alright.
私に敵対した11人の王だが、その王たちも別の強大な国王に膝を屈したのです。王の名はリエンス、弟のネロと共に北方に歯を唱える強国の主でした。
Nero? Umu? Probably a different Nero. I know this story. Is it the one about the famous King Rience and his robe?
リエンス王の使者が我が王宮に至ると傲慢にもこう言い放ったのです。
The great King Rience has conquered 11 kings, exacted oaths of fealty from them, and cut their beards and used them as decorations for his robe. The last beard in his robe will be complete. King Arthur, hand over your beard and swear undying loyalty to the king, or else you shall perish, your entire kingdom shall be destroyed. Haha, I guess that's Gilgamesh's silhouette, even though it's not really Gilgamesh, I guess. As I thought, yeah, that's not gonna work. Saber can't grow a beard, you see.
私はこう使者に言い返しました。残念ながら私にヒゲはなく、ましてやリエンス王におる膝は持ち合わせていない。いや、遠からず必ずリエンス王こそ私に膝を折らせ、そのヒゲのみならず首を落としてみせよう。
That's quite hardcore. Yep, that's definitely Saber. After being told off like that, King Rience would have no choice but to turn quietly.
リエンス王はこの返事を聞くと激怒しました。そして使者が見た私の姿を伝え聞くとこう言い放ったそうです。
How haughty you are, O King Arthur! Now I shall shave off the hair standing on your head and use it to adorn my robe. Hold on, isn't it just the beard he was after?
ちょっと待った。なんだよそのくせ毛って。何、もしかしてそのくせ毛のことか。
Okay.
当然でしょう。リエンス王が欲しがるほどのものが他にありますか。シロ、つまらない疑問で話の腰を折らないでください。これからがいいところなのですから。
すまん、気が利かなかった。
分かればいいのです。さて、それからの戦いは言うなれば私のくせ毛を守れるか否かといった様相を呈してきました。次来手向かう敵は必ず私のくせ毛を長老し、切り落とすだの、結び目を作るだの、リボンを飾るだの、上にお花を咲かせるだのと挑発するのです。
A flower? What?
故に私は王国のためくせ毛を守り抜かねばならなかったのです。
Of course.
戦いは熾烈を極めましたが、ついには我が威信の勝利と終わりました。以来私のくせ毛は王国の名誉の象徴となり、私の首と同じほどに重要なものになったのです。
It's very important.
たとえ王妃といえど、わかりましたかシロ。このような事情があるので私のくせ毛には触らないでいただきたいのです。
Saber says so proudly. Let me see, I was tossed into the air and landed unconscious just now, right?
どうしましたシロ。
じゃあ質問。戦いはセイバーの勝利に終わったんだよな。なら仕返しにリエンス王のヒゲを剃ったりしたのか。
かの王は囚われの身となり、私は首を打とうとしたのですが死に止められました。
Okay.
あだにあだで報いては恨みを深めるだけ。首に首を、ヒゲをヒゲで報いてはなりません。
Should not demand a beard for a beard.
故に死の言う通りに。
An eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind or something like that, you know?
言う通りに。
魔術による気配薬を用い、リエンス王はもみあげと口ひげを、弟のネロは 両眉毛をつなげるだけで許しました。
That sounds like pranks, but alright.
鏡を見るたびに己の光源が高くついたことを思い出すが良いと。
You can call it a bloodless victory, but it is still a very childish solution. Poor King Rians and his brother Nero must have been made into laughingstocks for the rest of their lives. I guess it was magic hair, so they can't like shave it either.
そんな歴史があったのか。
ええ、ですので昔の癖でとっさに。申し訳ありません。
ああ、いいよいいよ。悪いのはこっちなんだし。
I mean, it's my mistake for carelessly intruding on such a history-laden sensitive spot.
ご理解感謝します。さらに言えば、女性の髪は魔術的な力の象徴でもある。
Quite, I guess, literally. You know, in this world anyway.
不用心に髪を奪われれば、呪詛のよりしろとして使われることもあるのです。王が呪われれば、王国の災いを意味し、それゆえに、この癖毛は二重の弱点と言えましょう。
I see. This is grave indeed. Wait a second. If that's where Saber's weakness is, then don't tell me that.
白。
Hearing my name being called, I look up. Huh? Why does Saber look so grim?
先ほどは襟を直していただきましたが、どうしてか、私の首筋をしきりに撫でていましたね。
You see, he has a neck fetish? So that wasn't a very good excuse, was it?
さらにはうなじまで。白、あれは一体どういう意味の行為だったのでしょうか？
いや、なんでもないぞ、セイバー。少し目測を誤っただけなんだ。
Well, it wasn't really my hand, but my morals slipped first. Okay.
ほう、白は何でもないのに、女性の首筋を撫で回すのですか？
いや、ほら、本当に何もないんだって。そうだ、お茶とお茶菓子を持ってくるから、縁側でゆっくりとだな。
お待ちください。白、もう一度、私の目をよく見て答えていただきたいのですが。
I have a foreboding of a certain doom. Don't tell me that Saber's immune to the lure of afternoon snacks!
白、目をそらし黙っていては、私もあらぬ疑いを持ってしまう。さあ、なぜあのようなことをしたのか、教えてください。
The intimidating atmosphere, having developed a tinge of bloodlust, is threatening to suffocate me. Looks like I'm stuck. Oh, Master Zurin, I do not know what to do. Actually, I say, I mean, usually not romanized. I don't know what the word is, but like transliterated, I guess, as Z. But often, like Z is not actually pronounced as Z in like Chinese words, you know, when translated directly into English. I don't know how you say it though. Like maybe like S-slang, like shooting, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I can escape even if I tried. Looks like I have to answer her honestly.
なんだ、逆鱗を探してたんだ。
逆鱗？
いや、セイバーって竜種だから、体のどこかに逆鱗が生えてるのかって思って。
I steal a glance at Saber. An icy look.
なるほど。鱗ですか。
An icy cold voice.
そうなんだ。言い伝えでは、触られると竜は激怒するらしい。
Feeling awkward, I try to avert my gaze, but I can't. I think I'll see sparks fly off her any moment now. Here she comes.
はい。
あなたは私を何だと思っているのです。騎士であり剣士である私を捕まえて鱗が生えていることは無礼にも程があります。このような侮辱を受ければ赤日には手袋を投げて決闘しかないというほどの。
Her body is shaking. She's mad like never before.
それに私が竜種というのはどのような誤解でしょう。
I guess she's not a dragon girl.
受け継いでいますが、彼らと私を一緒くたに扱うというのは無知無理解の限りです。
Turns out she's not like a dragon maid, you know, that cuts off her tail for you to eat. I guess not.
マスターがこのような履き違いをしているとは嘆かわしい。
A storm rages on. Alas, so this is how I'll meet my end. Killed while being scolded. Dizziness assails me. And then we die.
諦めなさるな。まだ生存のチャンスはありますぞ、エミヤ殿。
Why? What's with this illusion? It's weird. No way. I'm still seeing these nasty illusions even now.
さらに人に面白おかしい特徴を見込むなどと一体どうしたのですか。シロウにあるまじき行いです。大体ですね、触れれば表変するシンボルなどで言いますが、私にそのような暗黒面があるとでも思っているのですか。
I mean, there is a dark side to you, Saber. That was in Heaven's Feel, but...
私には隠し持った本性などない。それは素人でよく知っているでしょうに。
Saber's tension keeps rising with no limit in sight. At this rate, it won't be long before I'm kneeling for 10 hours straight, forced to prepare a Manchu Han Imperial feast, the grandest meal taken over 3 days and 3 nights for all attendees at once. You have a way out of this bind, old Grandmaster.
しかり、敵は勢いに乗ってちょっとつ猛進。背後の守りがおろそかになっております。孫子曰く、戦いとは生をもって愛、気をもって勝つ。
Is that what he says?
これを倒そうと欲するなら必ずこれをしばらく強くするべしみたいな。
Wait, Grandmaster! No, you're the reason behind this mess!
聞いているのですか、シロウ。
はい。
聞いているのでしたら訂正していただきたい。私の体に鱗が生えているという考えは誤りであり、私には一切の暗黒面はないと。今後一切そのような妄想は抱かな。
Nani?
エミヤ君に気を取られすぎたわね、セイバー。面白いぐらい背中がガラ空きだったわよ。
リン、何をするのです。悪ふざけはほどほどにして。
そうはいかないわ。エミヤ君、最後のチャンスよ。さあ、セイバーの逆鱗はどこでしょう。
Okay! I see. Her Gekkyurin is her weakness, so I just have to imagine a monkey being exhausted after having its tail cut.
言うまでもない。セイバーの逆鱗は
Grab it! The next instant I stretch out my hand.
ダメだ、いけないしろ。
いけいけー。セイバーの弱ったところを見てみたい。
Just like, I don't know, was it like in Dragon Ball, like the prequel, the Dragon Ball Z? It was when you pulled on Goku's tail or whatever, that he would become weakened. Is it like that? Encouraged by the irresponsible cheer, my left hand grasps victory. I firmly seize the golden strand of hair. At that moment, an ominous chill courses through my body, as if the entire house turned into a freezer. No, this is no mere chill. This is the sound of Excalibur being released. I guess she murders everyone. We all die. The commoners are being blown away. God was here. He made sure to deliver divine punishment and departed like the wind. And thus the world was destroyed. I gingerly lift my body. Thanks to Tohsaka's mischief, I was flung into the air again.
思いっきり腰打った。ひどいとばっちりよ。なんだって私がこんな目に。
どの面下げでそういうこと言うかな。お前は遠坂の場合どう見ても自業自得だ。
And successfully tricked me into becoming your accomplice.
何よ。ちゃんと目的は達成できたんだからいいじゃない。この様子からしてセイバーの逆鱗は間違いなくあのくせ毛って分かったんだから。
That's how it ended up being. Saber vehemently denied having anything like Gekkyurin or flying off the handle because of it, but it turned out to be exactly that.
けど弱点っていうには遠いような。というかだな。 逆鱗は本人にとっては短所であるが、俺たちにとっては最悪の長所なのではあるまいか。
Saber actually blew both of us away indiscriminately.
いいのよ、それで。セイバーが最優である理由の一つは、あの冷静さよ。それがなくなってイライラしっぱなしって言うなら、いくらでも付け入る隙が出てくるじゃない。
Is that true? I'm going to use that strategy to defeat Saber. I don't know if we're ever in a situation where we need to do that. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like she's itching to take Saber head on.
そうか。だから赤かったんだな、遠坂。
何よ。私が赤いと得するの？
俺が得するというよりは、遠坂が損する。と、そうなるとセイバーが突進してきそうなものなんだが、セイバーおとなしいな。
そういえばそうね。てっきりエミヤ君を捕まえてお叱りモードだと思ったのに。まあエミヤ君は触っただけだし、セイバーの逆鱗は瞬間的なものなのかしら。
That'd be fortunate of us. It's great that we found the spot we were looking for, but I don't think I can bear her raging off for the entire day just because her hair was touched. She'd be switched from Saber to Berserker class.
そうだよな。あのセイバーがずっと怒ってるなんていくらなんでも。
I can't imagine it. If such a king exists, then I really pity the people working for him.
結論も出たところで戻るか。セイバーも怒ってるだろうし、ちゃんと謝罪しないとな。遠坂、二人でセイバーに謝るんだぞ。
はいはい、ちゃんと分かってますよーだ。
Her rage may have been subsided, but her feelings are still hurt, I'm sure. I have to make an honest apology and swear not to touch Saber's curly hair and Jess ever again.
おい、セイバー。
I call out to her. Saber responds calmly.
何か用ですか、シロ。
Oh, well, that's what happens when you pull off her ahage. She becomes Saber Ulcer. Ah, her dark side is... The corridor distorts around her, a suppressed killing intent. Her Gekurin-induced rage mistakenly assumed to be her weakness have subsided, but our Saber ended up undergoing a total killer-style transformation. She icily glares at the prey which foolishly returned to the lion's den.
セイバ
セイバー。
We shudder in utter fear. Saber does not twitch a single muscle. Her doll-like pretty face has turned to something extremely terrifying.
遠坂、パス。ダメだ。俺にもどうしていいかわからない。
卑怯よエミヤ君。二人で一緒に謝ろうって言ったのはそっちでしょ。
The prey goes around in circles. Finally, after seeing the Tohsaka shield deployed, Emiya shield deployed cycle repeat for the nth time, the lion gets fed up with our antics.
シロ、リン。
Oh no. Dark Saber steps in with no hesitation. Using Emiya as a shield, Tohsaka flees Saber's view.
想像しいな、リン。何か騒ぎ立てるほどのことがあったのか。
He's much more blunt. Saber sounds completely indifferent. The prey exchanges stupefied looks.
何かって。セイバー、さっきのことだけど。
記憶にない。私にその質問はするな、シロ。
See, she answers plainly. It is difficult to comprehend, but Saber is not angry in the slightest, or is she?
セイバー、つかぬことを聞くけど、何か変じゃない？いつもより暴力的とか、いつもより色がほら。
私はおかしいのか？
全然これっぽっちも変じゃない。いつも通りのセイバーね。そうよね、エミヤ君。
I frantically nod in agreement.
ならいい。食事にしよう。それと着替える。
Okay.
リン、着替えを用意なさい。
はい。
She's the boss now.
私のお召し物でよろしいでしょうか。
リンの服は好きだが、今日は趣向を変えてほしい。
Tohsaka energetically shows Saber the way while making sure to maintain a healthy distance between them.
エミヤくん、エミヤくん、なんとか時間を引き延ばすから昼食の準備お願い。腕によりをかけてね。
引き受けた。お互い命がけだな。
リン。
はい、ただいま参ります。
Somehow we summon Dark Saber. Weeping, Tohsaka assumes the role of Saber's guide.
そう、Tohsaka。
No matter how much time I have, I will never be able to cook a meal that would fully satisfy Saber. But not even Tohsaka can keep stretching her patience for more than 30 minutes. According to Japanese legend, it was alcohol that an 8-headed giant snake Yamato no Orochi was eventually appeased with. Yeah, that's right. Meat, alcohol, and money are what's always been used on those guys since ancient times. This has somehow fired me up. So my cooking will be used to calm down an angry giant dragon? The true word for my cooking, the skills I've honed over 10 years. Everything's been put to the test. Hiya.
まずい。わずか半日で堕落したな、シロ。
Well, and also she has new clothes. She's like a goth loli now. That's amazing.